I was either arresting people or marrying people.
Here's a tangent to your tangent of the tangent. School-sponsored makeout sessions is what it sounds like to me.
I was always too busy working it.
You get 5 minutes in the closet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, its true colors haven't shown in quite some time. But I feel one coming in the air tonight.
I mean, it's my prerogative. I can do what I want. More or less just pointing out that we've been lazy for a long time. Just text yourself and check. And then chickadee check yourself.
I'll chickadee check myself. Was that it may have been the night of the homecoming dance, but nobody goes to the dance. Yeah, well, 12 and a half, 13. I mean, that's just way too long.
Same. You don't even need to explain it.
Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, and keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
Do we start out the last one with
I think we may have. Well, because we were in Mexico, so we were already like,
Maybe it was one before that where we're just like, because that was more of like a really like, oh my gosh, we're slowing down for just a moment. And how different is this moment from the last time we sat down to do this?
I know. I'm really missing the, Latin music behind us.
Yeah.
And the sound of the waves and.
Yeah. Now you're getting into the stuff I'm more missing.
I know. Sorry,
the cabana, all the good stuff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The doing nothing.
How wonderful is doing nothing? It
is. It was really great.
It makes me feel a little bit bad to say, oh, it felt so good to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that a sign that you're a lazy person, that you like to do nothing?
I don't think so. I mean, you and I have talked about it, right? Like if we couldn't just do nothing every day.
No, it wouldn't be fun.
I think maybe a lot of people think they could, and I think I could do nothing for quite a while. I don't know how that's going to be, but honestly, 8-9 days into it, I'm sure I'd be like, well, it's probably time to do something.
Yeah.
That's why this one was just perfect. I mean, 2 or 3 days of doing nothing left you with just enough of like, well, that's a good reset.
Yeah.
I'm missing the kids.
Yeah.
Because we're really missing the kids. It's the first time we've been away from them since our 10-year, which was 8 years ago.
Right. And this time, I think they missed us a little bit.
I don't know. We keep trying to convince ourselves they did. I think they did a little bit too, but I definitely missed them. I mean, that's what I was saying. I guess that was part of it too, right? Like, could I relax? I probably could have relaxed even more if the whole family was there.
I agree. And we were all relaxing together.
But it wouldn't have been that way because the boys like, do this, let's do that, and let's go look at this and that. Yeah, we literally, that was fantastic to sit and literally do nothing. So maybe that was the perfect, just 3-night getaway of doing nothing.
It was for us. I mean, it certainly was for me. It was so nice. I probably could have done it one more day.
I know. I remember when we went to Atlantis in the Bahamas a few years back, and we had gone to Disney World like 2 years beforehand.
Yep.
And we were there, and what's the big one?
The Star Wars or
Star Wars. Where's Star Wars at though?
It's at
Animal Kingdom. No.
Hollywood Studios.
So the Hollywood Studios one.
Yeah.
So the Star Wars one wasn't done yet, and we're big Star Wars fans. We're not Star Wars nerds by any means, but we like Star Wars.
Yeah, we do.
And it wasn't done, so we were like, gosh, dang, we got to go back at some point in time because, it's all the stuff. The Millennium Falcon was there, so you could kind of see that. Oh, no, it was just a picture.
Just a picture. We took a picture in front of the picture.
So you could see, like, the mountains and everything. They were almost done. It opened up, like, 3 months after we were there.
Right.
So we had just missed it, maybe even a month.
Yeah.
So we said, we're going to go back. So we ended up going back there 2 years after that, and we went for 2 days.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 days.
You're right. It was 2 days.
It was 2 days because we did one at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
So that we could do the one ride again. The Avatar ride, which is I still think is my favorite ride.
Oh my gosh, that ride is so cool. I love that ride.
So cool. When it gives you that.
We should clarify the VR Avatar ride, not the one where you're like floating on the lazy
Yeah,
river.
the floaty lazy river one was terrible. No offense, Disney.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, the one where you're like all five senses, you're sitting in the thing, like you're almost riding a motorcycle. You're riding you're riding one of the dragons, supposedly.
Yes. Yeah.
So it actually gives you that drop. Like the first time, the second time not as much because I expected it, but the first time I got the feeling in my stomach like I'm falling.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And like the seat like even moves, like the breathing of the what are those things called? Oh, the banshees.
The banshees.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that one is so cool.
Yeah. So we did that one because it was such a great, cool, Animal Kingdom's cool. And then we went to Star Wars. So we had one day in Star Wars, and we tried to hit everything there. Probably should have done it over 2 days.
Probably. I think we got a little tired.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But that was perfect, too, because it was kind of like this last little vacation that we had, this little getaway, because it was like, all right, 2 days hard, guys, at Disney. And everybody that goes to Disney, it's pretty hard.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But that's what I feel like we do that well with here's what we do with our vacations. And I know this is a tangent of a tangent now, but we always, in the first time we went to Disney with the kids, we would park one day.
Yeah.
We do a park hard, right? You're there at park opening and you close it down. Fireworks, and then you head home.
And then you head home.
But the next day we went to the pool all day.
Yeah. We just had a pool day.
Yeah. Which is the way to do it. Relax yourself, get yourself charged up for the next.
Yep.
Right, the next park day.
That was exactly right. And you planned that. You're like, I think we're going to like it this way because you do all the planning for all the trips.
Well, I wasn't looking for the pat on the back there. Thank you. More or less just pointing out that we've been lazy for a long time.
No. Pointing out the fact that I've been lazy while you plan our trips.
No,
you do it so well because it really was like the best balance. But we've replicated that outside of our trip to Europe this summer, which there wasn't really any downtime on that one.
But now I'm going to go back to the other tangent, the first tangent, because that's what we did, two hardcore days at Disney just to make sure we saw Star Wars since we just missed it.
Yep.
Then we went over to the Bahamas in Atlantis, and we stayed there for a week.
Yeah.
And relaxed. And that was perfect. I mean, I think we need to find more places like that because the kids loved it. There was stuff for them to do. We had already, figured out the whole cabana thing by that point in time. So we had, we had our own home base.
Yep.
And that was fantastic because they could go. Mom and Dad were at the cabana.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and there's water slides there. There's
so much to do.
Beaches. I mean, gosh, how long did you follow a sea turtle while you were just snorkeling right off one of the beaches with the kids? I mean,
so cool.
There was so much to do there, but yet you could either do a whole bunch of stuff or do nothing.
Yeah.
And you would be perfectly happy either way.
Yeah, but it was great. Now that the kids are a little bit older, though, too, it's even easier because they don't necessarily want us. I think they want us to, but then it's like they're okay if we're not doing it every time with them to go down the water slide or whatever it might be. So that was fantastic. But all that to say, we've kind of figured out this whole, just rest, go hard. We did that in Costa Rica and most places. And you're right. When we went to Italy and Greece, there's none of that really.
No.
That was not a vacation, but that was an incredible getaway.
It was incredible.
So we were not going to go into that again. But here's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And I've talked 90% of the time, so I'll stop so you can talk. But does that seem like it was a million years ago that we just had a very relaxing 2 days?
Yeah.
I mean, I need to go back.
I know. I feel like we were racing to the finish line to even get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just, I don't know, skydived into then regular life when we got back.
Yeah, with no parachute. We just
jumped.
We just head first straight down into it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the first time that we've sat down.
I was going to say we've sat together since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had your parents were in town.
Yep.
And we had the actual homecoming, other festivities this weekend.
It was the actual,
if you will,
dance. It was the date of the actual dance, is how I should phrase this.
The homecoming dance. That's right.
The homecoming dance, and we had everyone to our house because the pictures were being taken near our house. So I mean, everybody knows it's a big thing. You do your pictures. Anyway, but I think what took us by surprise, given this is our first time through it, was that it may have been the night of the homecoming dance, but nobody goes to the dance. I say this because that's what we were told. Like, I don't get that.
Quote unquote from sophomores. Nobody goes to the dance.
Nobody goes to the dance.
Well, then apparently freshmen do.
Yeah. Well, and now I'm hearing it's actually freshmen and seniors.
Oh.
So.
Then I heard someone say too, like, oh no, people will go, but it's like for 12 minutes. Not 13, but like 12 minutes.
Yeah, well, 12 and a half, 13. I mean, that's just way too long. 12 minutes max.
So I'm like, let me just get this straight then. We're going out buying a brand new suit. She's going out and buying a brand new dress.
Yeah.
Doing all these stuff. You're going to dinner.
Yeah. Nails done. Hair done.
Yeah, all the homecoming stuff, but we're not actually doing homecoming.
Yeah.
So why are we calling it homecoming? Why are we buying all the stuff?
Right.
Makes no sense to me.
I mean, just like, I don't know.
You're going out to eat and then coming over to our house for a party.
That's exactly right.
That's all you're doing. Why does everybody need to spend $400 on that?
I don't understand this. And so I reached out to the other mom and I was like, so I hear these are our plans. The plan that I don't hear about is the dance, because it's like we wanted to make sure that all parents were okay with the fact that there was no going to the dance. Turns out all parents were okay with that, but that's not just for our high school. We then go to a soccer game the next day, and other parents were talking about it and how nobody goes to the dance.
I don't know if that's a Texas thing too or not, because you're exactly right. Just to back up that just slightly, absolutely, you and I are on the same page there too, because I was like, can you just text, our oldest son's mom, our oldest son's girlfriend's mom? Yeah. Don't text yourself the way I said it first time. Just text yourself and check and chickadee check yourself.
I'll chickadee check myself. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, you can chickadee check.
You can chickadee check yourself?
Yeah, microphone check 1.
Okay.
Microphone check 2.
Check 2.
Yeah.
Check.
People that know. Okay, but we're going to go back to the story. Because it's our son and you want him to be chivalrous.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Chivalrous?
Chivalrous.
Yeah, I thought it. I could see it.
Yeah.
Chivalrous. You want him to be chivalrous,
yes.
right? And be a gentleman.
Yes.
And I didn't want it happening at their house that they're like, well, their son, your boyfriend doesn't want to go to the dance. Like, why is he not taking you to the dance? Like, he should take you to the dance.
Right.
Right. Happening on both sides. So we were definitely on the same page saying that. But then, and all the parents are like, what is going on?
Yes, we all thought this was strange.
Because for pictures, everybody came to our house.
Yeah.
Because there was a little pond in a neighborhood near us that we went down to. It was really, really pretty.
Yeah.
It was fun for the kids. Great pictures and stuff. But every one of them was like, we all were like kind of still like touching base with each other. Like, are you sure? Like, this is weird, right? Like, no dance?
I know. We all thought this was weird.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, the next day we go to a soccer game, and all over the Metroplex, they're like, yeah, my kid's at homecoming. We're like, oh, did they go to the dance? No one goes to the dance. I mean, we were hearing
No one goes to the dance.
Everyone.
Yeah. Is that a Texas thing? Maybe it's a Texas thing. I have no idea.
I don't know. Mums and no dance?
Mums and no dance. I don't know. Because this really did make me feel a little old-fashioned.
It did.
At least.
It did.
Right?
It did.
Back in my day, we went to the homecoming dance and danced.
Well, yeah, and I would think that in Texas, they would want to go, like, that of all places seems like the place where you'd want to have a dance. I don't know, because I think about line dancing. There's a lot of that here.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they don't have, think of all the awesome songs that we danced to in the 80s and early 90s when we were going to school dances. So many, that was like the era. And here's a good tangent for you.
Okay.
Everybody remembers watching on, it was probably later at night or maybe during the day or whatnot, but you remember when they would advertise on television sets of CDs that were, the one I'm talking about is like the love one. It's Reflections of Love.
It's Reflections of Love.
And body language.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Body talk.
Body talk.
I totally remember body talk.
So because there were so many great, I should go get those CD backs and just read them off. I've been listening to it lately. I've been in the mood. It's on one of my playlists. It's my love song playlist.
I have been hearing it while you've been in the shower. Oh my goodness, yeah. There's been a lot of it lately.
And some of those are a little bit older, but like Die in Your Arms Tonight. I mean, there's just so many. You go through Phil Collins, Genesis, Whitney Houston. I mean, like classic songs from that time period, which meant we had lots of great love songs. Because ultimately, right? I mean, like, you may not remember because you went to the dance with your friends, though. But I mean, like, did you guys go out and dance?
So my experience would have been totally different because the only dances I went to were ones that I literally had to work at. Because when I was one of the people on the committee hosting it, I had to work it. So did you get...
Now, that's not like a RuPaul work it. You weren't working.
I wasn't working. No, I actually was. And I'll give you a little... This is now a tangent to another tangent. So we had what was called the Sadie Hawkins dance, and that's where it's called different things all over, but it's where the girls ask the guys. And I have no idea the genesis of Sadie Hawkins, who this girl was or whatever, but it's more of like a country.
It was called Morp, where I'm from.
Yes,
it's opposite prom.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes, okay, thank you. But at this dance, you put together this jail, and so if the couple isn't holding hands, then you have to the guy goes into jail. And to get him out, you have to either give him a kiss or you have to pay. So, like, you were either working to find people who weren't paired up. On the dance floor, it was different. You didn't have to hold hands on the dance floor. But if you're walking around the dance, you had to hold hands.
Was it normal to encourage, like, PDA? Think about the Grease movie. Here's a tangent to your tangent of the tangent. But, like, Grease movie, like, there was, like, kissing booths.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't how, herpes of the mouth spreads.
I know.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
Anyways, back to yours.
Well, I think usually it was more
jail.
like you give him a kiss on the cheek was more or less. But then we also had a chapel that you could get married in. And so I was either arresting people or marrying people. I was either a policeman or a priest. I was both.
Priestess. Wow, there is a lot to unpack at your...
It was
this backwards dance of yours, Sadie Hawkins.
It was a lot of fun, and that's why people like to do it, because there were all these just kind of like fun things to do at the dance.
Yeah.
And so I had to...
School-sponsored makeout sessions is what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never had a date, so I was always too busy working it.
Yeah, did you guys play Spin the Bottle Tool? Or maybe it was like, hey, you get 5 minutes in the closet.
Yeah, no. For the record, there were parent chaperones.
Yeah.
And so,
wow.
If you couldn't do it in front of your parents, you shouldn't be doing it. I just want to go out there and say that. Like, there was a parent or a teacher chaperone right at the gate of the jail. So, like, it was like a very G-rated peck on the cheek.
So I was just thinking, like, I was just trying to think back to my homecomings and proms, and it was like, we went to all the dances, for sure. But I don't remember the dances being like, clearly they weren't like Grease dances or like there's no High School Musical happening in real life, at least where I grew up, right? I mean, the dance floor was not full most of the time. Right. Maybe, the really outgoing kids were doing the worm or something goofy.
Maybe, yeah.
But the only time people ever got out there was to slow dance, right? And then so everybody's just doing the rock, the two-step rock, or whatever you call it, Yeah. So my whole point to that whole thing was they don't have any love songs these days that I'm aware of, other than like maybe some Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's no, that's the only time people got onto the dance floors when I was there.
Was with the love songs.
Was with the love song. And they don't have those kind of, Phil Collins hasn't made a new song in a while,
Yeah. His true colors haven't shown in quite some time.
Oh, I was well done. I was actually trying to find one to fit in there.
I'm actually kind of excited that I worked that in there.
That was good.
Man, but I feel one coming in the air tonight, but that's okay. I mean, we could go on with Phil Collins.
Apparently you could. I can't, apparently. I can see his CD cover in my head of his greatest hits and all that, like Susu Studio and all those kind of things. But I was trying to find the, in the air tonight. Yeah, you got it. Anyways, so that's where I was going with that, is maybe their music today is not You know, I mean, like Golden's huge right now. Like everything's like a party song.
It
now,
is, yeah, yeah. Although we did have quite a few non-love songs, like.
Oh, they did. They played those, but nobody danced to those.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's doing the Roger Rabbit or, you know, the Running Man, you know. Unless you're in like a Bobby Brown video or something like that. Maybe you are.
Well played. Was Bobby Brown on any of those Body Talk CDs?
I don't know. Every Little Step He Took. I don't know. We should do a whole thing of that, you know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's my prerogative. I can do what I want.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty funny.
Bad. That's really bad. So, anyways, I guess we're kind of tying coming around with tying it up with HOCO.
Yeah.
But it was really cute to see them, and even it was so funny because I made a little Instagram reel of our oldest, and it was so funny because I had just posted it, and like within 10 seconds you called me. And you called, why?
And I called because it made me, like, I just started crying when I watched it.
Yeah.
I think at the time, so it was so busy, right? And I think we were so focused on or at least I was so focused on the things that needed to be done that day, and I enjoyed the moment while we were there, taking pictures. It was gorgeous and all of that. But what I didn't really let sink in was the passage of time. And seeing the reel and seeing pictures from like a out of that moment perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a young man.
Yeah, big time.
And that was all I saw.
Yeah.
There was not the little boy anymore in any of those pictures. And even still, it's hitting me really hard. It hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was like I never let it sink in that, I mean, this isn't his childhood anymore. This is him growing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's sophomore. You're right. I mean, a sophomore. I told all our kids, like, 6th grade was kind of the first time I realized, like, kind of a person now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember I was kind of mostly me at its most infantile point, right?
Yeah.
But I was mostly me.
Yeah.
In 6th grade, I kind of remember that, coming to that, and then I grew and all that stuff since then. Similar. I don't know what your age group was for that, but for sure by sophomore year, I mean, they're there. I mean, like, he's doing his life.
Yeah.
And you scared me when you called me, though, because I had just put it up, and I'm like, oh, shoot, did I just post something wrong? Did I put a picture on there I shouldn't have, or, did I mess up? But after you said that, I rewatched it in the exact same thing, like tears to my eyes, because, when I put them up, it's almost like, oh, everybody else has already done it. I'm 2 days behind. Like, I just got to get this thing up. And, of course, I chose an old song, Forever Young by Rod Stewart, which all those old songs they just tug at my heart.
Yeah.
Strings and stuff like that. When you watch it and listen to it and take it all in, it was just like he's growing into a young man. Mm-hmm. And what I love about it is that there's pictures in there that he's showing his, he's got real smiles in there. He's got real laughs with his friends.
Yep.
And it wasn't because dad was being goofy. It wasn't because mom told a funny joke or anything like that. It was because he was enjoying the time with his friends.
Mm-hmm. And we were just
bystanders
in it.
Which takes me to that reel that I saw last night.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
That was said, we raise, what did it say? Do you remember?
We raise the people that we can't live without to live without us.
That's right. We raise the people that we can't live without so that they can live without us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, this is where we're at.
This is where we're at.
Like,
and it was crazy. It was fun and it was exciting on Saturday when all this was happening. But that emotion didn't hit me until I took a step back. Yeah. And I saw it so plainly that here we are just taking pictures of his life. Like, we were just the bystanders there.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It's not like you're mad, but it's a natural transition. But it just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Did I talk about that last week on the show? Because I had that conversation with him. I know I was telling someone else about it, but we were just at that point where it's like, I get it. You're going into a young man, and we've always said this. We've heard this from other people too. That at some point, I'm still at the point where I can't imagine not having our kids in our house. I know I've said that on here before.
Yeah.
But at some point, the way life works is they got to go.
They do.
And I don't. To some degree, I hope that this is wrong and that I never want my kids to go because there's, quote, too many adults in the house.
Yeah.
But at some point that may or may not happen inevitably, and that's the way nature works too, is that you got to break away. And they have to do that. They're going to go either way.
Yeah.
But, I hope it's in a way, that it's like tears and hugs and I'm proud of you and go get them, spread your wings, you know what I mean? Versus you got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever you do, you got to get out of my house though, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, I don't think that's always reflective of the way you raise someone either, because that's just, at some point, they're their own person. They can make their own choices, good or bad.
Yeah.
Normally they come around, I think, but
that's what I hear.
They're raised right.
I hear that they do come around. Someone that I was talking to one time who has 3 kids who have all, oldest is in college, right? And the other 2 are working in career-wise. And they called it, especially that last year, they call it soiling the nest. I was like,
that paints a picture.
wow, okay, that paints a picture. But they're like, it really is like that. It gets kind of harder as it gets closer to the time. And I think there's probably a lot of, I'm sure every psychiatrist or psychologist right now is like, oh yeah, there's a total reason for that. But they said those last few months get really hard. And that's kind of fun, the final straw usually of yep, you're going to go to college and can't wait to see you at Christmas break.
I bet they do. And that's where I was going with that is I had we had a conversation with our oldest 3-4 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago maybe, where, he didn't think I handled the situation very well. Nothing negative. And I could tell he was trying to, kind of be adult about giving me some feedback, which was great. And I was okay with that. But it was just kind of bordering on, because I know he was trying to figure it out, but it was bordering on just being a little bit disrespectful. And really, I think there was emotion behind it from something else that was pushing it. And so it just kind of made that come out a little bit less, maybe finely tuned or as respectful as he would have liked it, because we've talked about it since, obviously. But it opened the door to me saying to him, buddy, this is hard for me to say, and I know I get it, but it's okay. I understand. I'm going to go from being Superman in your life, trying to be, to I'm going to be subbed out onto the sideline.
Yep.
And I get that, and I'm okay with that because that's what's supposed to happen.
Supposed to.
And you're going to put your friends into that number one spot. They're going to be what's you turn to and this and that. But I just ask of you to not, ignore me on the sideline.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't shut me out there. I want to be that dad that, everybody wants to be that parent that's like, you don't want to be the parent that dad's going to kill me. I can't tell him.
Right.
Shoot, I got to figure out what's dad going to, dad will know how to fix this.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's where you hope, that's where you hope we've done it right. I've done it right. You've done it right.
Right. And there is no manual for this. That, I mean, we say that. We all know that. Every kid is different. Yeah. Every parent is different.
Yeah.
Every situation is different. And it's just the stakes are so high. I think this is why I get so tired, because the stakes are so high with that. And it's if I don't respond appropriately, what is the damage that I'm going to cause, And it's just I don't know. I struggle with that.
Here's my thought. My first initial thought right off of that is, I think you're going to be okay. I think you're doing really good. And partially why I say that is because kids are incredibly resilient. You see kids that have grown up in horrific households. Mm-hmm. Horrific. They don't know different, and they love those people that are taking care of them. Even if those people are doing things they shouldn't be doing to them, they're not taking care of them, they're not providing, they're not loving.
Yeah.
Kids still connect with them.
Yeah.
And sometimes to, an incredibly unhealthy, level where they don't want to be taken away from that horrible situation.
Right.
So I always in the back of my mind think when I think I'm dropping the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think about those situations to some degree. Not that that's, a measuring stick by any means.
Yeah.
I like to think we're a little higher than that. And I know you are, honey. But that's where it's just like you hope you do okay. And like we said to him just this last week, like, I've already taught you what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to teach you about how to be a kind person, a moral person, the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
In our household, we've got that thing upstairs that talks about the fruits of the Spirit.
Right.
Right next to something about just how to be, traits of being successful. Right next to another one about, just going out and being a king or a queen.
Right.
Like just really digging in and,
yeah.
Pumping yourself up. So, I mean, at some point, it's like we've given you everything we can. We're just trying to steer you in that one direction. Please. Please go that way.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And it's a little scary, although we did say this quite a few times throughout the years. We're like, people way less equipped than us have done this just fine. Like, so hopefully we're okay.
Do we say that? I've never heard that. It seems
gosh.
Way less equipped. How do we define that?
There's people who, had kids when maybe they weren't ready to have kids, and it popped out a little bit sooner or later or whatever,
Gotcha. I was trying to put you in a spot to single anybody out.
Period. And ended up with kids.
You're talking about Mike and Mary is who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, Mike and Mary, obviously.
Well, we know Mike. I shouldn't use that one.
Yeah, but we don't know a Mike married to a Mary.
Right. We know a Jesus and a Joseph.
And a Mary.
Yeah. That was cut.
And I know them. I mean, we've read about them.
They're in my heart.
They're in my heart.
Deep down in my heart.
What's the next line? I wish I could remember.
Don't let Satan it out.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Just let that light shine, hon.
Just that little light of mine.
Of yours, yeah.
Needs to shine.
So that was fun. So that's all that HOCO stuff. It was great to get to know their parents.
Yes.
Because there was a couple sets of parents there, so we got to meet some parents, and that's always it's not awkward, but it's a little awkward. I was trying to think back if my parents ever met like my girlfriends in high school.
Yeah.
Parents, and I know they did at some point, but.
Well, yeah, I think I know that they have because your mom still is friends with some of them, but. With one of them. With
one of them. But yeah, I think she did her hair or something like that is why that one was.
Yeah.
Until way after we were no longer a thing. But like, I don't think they ever came to like what we just did. Like they took pictures of me, I thought, by myself at the house. And then when I went to like the other place, like I think they got pictures from other people.
Oh, okay. So that was a little different than how we did it.
I could be misremembering that too. But it was totally different. I was actually telling your parents this while they were there. Wow, there's all these things going on, but I mean, everybody knows this. I mean, how funny. It's just so different now with the cameras we all have in our back pockets.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I took 160 pictures probably, and I'm never going to go through them and erase the bad ones, ever, But when we were in high school, it was literally, you had a 24, on that roll.
Yep.
And maybe you already used 2 or 3 of them, so you got 21, because you're not going to put a whole nother roll in while you're there, right?
It's true.
You don't have a chance to check it. It's just, so you get like you get your 12 best poses, and it's like, well, maybe I'll save 5 of these pictures for something else.
You get what you get, and you don't get upset. Like, and because you're never going to know if they're good pictures or bad pictures until after they're developed. Right.
So when I took the kids out, though, so I drove the kids to their restaurant afterwards. And then I drove them back. The whole way there, and I think a lot of the way back, and I know there was some discussion about what happened at the restaurant, they were going through the pictures. And I know some posts were made in that meantime, whatnot, so they were constantly like leaning over, showing each other the pictures and stuff like that. So,
so funny.
That is this generation.
It is.
Whereas ours was pictures are over, done, doesn't matter. We're never going to see them.
Right.
Right. I literally have 2 pictures from prom probably. One's because I had a crazy girlfriend that threw most of it away.
Yeah, which is crazy.
By the way, thanks for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it matters now, right? Jeez.
But, well, I'd like to see them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I would have. Those were my memories.
Those were your
That still
memories.
makes me mad. Well, next episode we'll get deep into that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a big deal for us though, right? The pictures at the time, it was almost like we had to check that box. Everybody stand on the staircase.
Yeah.
Okay, now everybody put your arm around them. Obviously, when you and I were there, we just did a little, small flowers, corsage.
Yes. You have to have the flower exchange, the boutonniere, and then the corsage, the wrist corsage,
That's
or
right.
whatever.
And then we went on. Then we got in the limo, or someone drove us, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. You went to the dance, or you went to dinner, then the dance, and then maybe to someone's house afterward.
It's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah. It's a big part of it. Back in those good old days.
Although when I was looking at the reels, I did notice a couple of pictures. There was one where I was I was tying his tie, and there's another boy here, our oldest son's friend. His parents weren't actually able to be here for it.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to tie a tie either, so I was teaching them both how to tie a tie. I tied his tie for him, and then just some of those things that you pass on, like the right buttons to button on your your jackets and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But there was a picture of me talking to our oldest, or doing something with the tie, right? You probably took it, or our daughter took it, because I know both of you are taking some. I look so old. I'm looking down. I'm like, oh, my wrinkled chin. What is going on? No, it's horrible. I was like, that was one of the first ones I looked at. That's a picture one of my first pictures I looked at, and I really thought, wow, time is hitting me. Because these are the years. Didn't we just recently hear somewhere that it's the years 46 to 52 that life just crushes you?
I didn't hear this.
From an aging perspective.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but I believe it. I feel like I turned 46 and just.
I must have heard it independently, but it's usually it's somewhere in there. Most people look very young. Excuse me. Most people look very young, even the young-looking ones, look really young until they get to about 48-ish. And then between 48 and 52, 46, 53, 54, somewhere in there, old man time turns the page on you and you start looking. Because most 50-year-olds, they look 50, right? And I don't mean to offend anybody there, but, I would say I could say most people I can nail their decade, right?
Yeah.
And 50-year-olds are a little bit easier to pick out than a 40-year-old versus a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
And I think that's because Father Time is
just hits you with a pan.
And I think I'm being hit. I've just noticed. And I'm not looking for anything there, but I did notice in that picture, because I was looking down and I'm like, oh, look at those. I look like one of those dogs that are all wriggly and stuff like that.
You do not look like a Shar-Pei.
So now it's I got to get the nip and tuck. That's what I'm saying.
Gotta get the nip and tuck.
A little bit of nip.
And a little bit of tuck.
And a tuck.
I don't know. That is the one piece of plastic surgery I would totally have.
You have a family.
If I have that genetic
history
thing where we called it, so my grandmother had it, and we called it her Gobble, and I remember being a kid playing with it, and so if I get that,
you played with it and she let you?
I don't think she liked it. I was probably pretty young. We're like, look at your Gobble. If I get a Gobble, I 100% am getting that removed. I am not too proud to have that bit of plastic surgery.
Ain't too proud to beg.
I ain't too proud to beg.
Yeah, that's not the name of the song.
It's not?
No. Is it?
Yeah, it is. I thought so. Is it Salt and Pepper?
It's Salt and Pepper. I thought it was My Man or something like that. Ain't too proud to beg. Maybe it is Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I was just trying to throw out another song.
I know.
Little throwback there.
I do like this. We should just interject, random 80s, 90s songs.
Yeah. Got a couple lyrics here and there. That's one, depending on what age you are but I feel like I'm getting a Gobble before you do, but anyways.
Yeah, that you're not, but you have 2 years on me, just wait. Oh my gosh, if I'm 48 and...
I'm just nervous what, the next 2 years are going to do to me, if I'm just really seeing it, because, I've said it before on here too, and not to get into this stuff too deeply, but it's there aren't very many thin men in their 50s either. You know what I mean?
Or women.
Or you know, what's the word? Not thin, but like sleek, still kind of tight.
Oh, yeah, like really fit.
Well, even fit, but I mean, and I think a lot of that is just because we're just in the middle of our highest earning potential years.
Yeah.
There's zero time. We talked about it a little bit last week. You can only pick 3 of the top 4 things.
Right.
And exercise does get, you know, kicked to the curb a lot of the times in this scenario. And it's not until after you retire that you have that ability and time to get yourself back in shape.
Right.
You know, so it's like your dad was in really good shape after he retired.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see home videos of him in his 40s.
Yeah.
And he was not in that same shape then. You know what I mean? And I'm not throwing him under the bus or anything because he was working and raising kids too.
Yeah.
Same thing we're doing. So I just see that so much of myself right now where it's like I'm skipping so many workouts. I'm not consistent since I hurt my knee, since you hurt your knee.
Yeah.
This has been a tough year and I am just not taking that weight off. So I mean, you know, I haven't moved up in belt sizes yet, but I mean, I feel like I'm getting close.
Yeah.
And I still wear what I wore in high school.
Yeah.
And, you know, one inch a year from here on out is not good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I also still wear what I wore in high school or even before. And so much so that when my parents came, they brought a whole bunch of like pictures and all kinds of stuff of my memorabilia, whether I want it or not. I got it, yay. But there were pictures of me and I was wearing clothes that I still wear today. In fact, our daughter was like, yeah, you wore that sweater just like yesterday or like last week.
Yeah, it's a vest turtleneck. I mean, it's hard to miss.
No, it's a sleeveless turtleneck.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sleeveless. What was I thinking? Like a tank top. I was thinking tank top.
Yeah.
Tank top turtleneck.
Yeah.
TT.
Tank top turtleneck.
Yeah, there's
TT.
not a lot of those. That might be one of a kind, in fact.
Okay, here's the thing though. I get so many compliments on it. And I did back then too.
Yeah.
I was like, that thing is
No, it looks great on you. You wear it's not like you're sleeveless in it though. Do you wear sleeveless?
Yeah, it's a tank top.
Skin? Like you have bare shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it goes out like it's work appropriate. It's not like spaghetti straps or anything.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Spaghetti straps to a turtleneck?
Yeah, I don't know what that would look like.
Then it's like one of those things that Cousin Eddie wears.
It's a total dickie.
Dickie. Is that what that's called? Oh my gosh.
That would be the weirdest thing. Yeah, okay.
I'd have to call you out on that one.
That would be really stupid. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but I still have those things.
We didn't leave ourselves enough time to go through that. We'll have to go through that because I know there's generations that listen to this. And if you're the older generation, you've probably already started pawning off all the stuff that was our generation's to your kids. Like
totally.
You've given it back to them. Like, oh, here's a tub, or here's all the boxes of all your junk, your high school, your childhood stuff.
Yeah.
Because we held on to it forever, which we're doing the same thing.
We're doing the same thing.
All that stuff's upstairs in our attic right now too. And one day,
our kids,
so heads up, kids. It might be episode 984 that we're going to present it to you.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
because we'll still be doing this.
We'll still be doing this.
We're gonna get to 1,000 and then we're gonna stop.
I do the math to figure out how old we're gonna be at that time, but that just seems too hard.
Yeah.
Mathing is not working for me right now.
Yeah. Mathing. Yeah, it's been, like we said, we started out with this. We have not sat down. This is the first time we've sat down together since we were in Cancun, and it's been crazy. So.
You were so right when we took off for the last flight to come home after our layover. You're like, well, enjoy your last bit of rest. And you were right. You called it.
Yeah.
You called it.
Well, I mean, that's not news to me. I hear that often. Just kidding.
Oh, you know everything.
A kid. No, I don't. I definitely don't. I definitely do not. So, well, what else?
Well,
as we round this thing up.
As we round this out, I mean, I don't think the crazy train is stopping anytime soon because this weekend you're headed to San Diego with our youngest.
4 days. 4 days.
I know, because,
Friday through Monday.
We don't have to have jobs to pay
for
all this stuff. Yeah. Like to pay for all this travel, you do realize we have to be employed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And we still don't, and the craziest thing about it to me is we still don't know when we're playing. So our flight back's on Monday. I looked. It's not uploaded yet. Is it?
I haven't seen it.
So we just have to buy a random flight on Monday because we don't know what time we come back on Monday.
Yeah.
Which is crazy
to
me. But again, luckily our kids are all going professional, so.
Obviously.
I mean, what are we spending all this time and money for if they're not? I mean, we're doubling down at this point.
We are, yeah. I mean,
we're putting ourselves in a financial ruin.
Oh, just in the just to make sure that they go pro, and hopefully they pay us back then.
No, in the knowledge and fact that they'll go pro.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, no chances. But I mean, this is our only play in life at this point. I've already told them. I've already made them sign my contract that I'm their manager.
Yeah.
And I get 90% of their first paycheck, year's paycheck. I'm gonna add an amendment for that right now.
Oh, okay. First year's paycheck.
Yeah, first year's salary.
Okay. I don't know what job I'm gonna do, but maybe they'll employ me too.
Yeah.
I could do their laundry.
We'll have multiple.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they could just sign up. Well, if they take 90%, well, what's left for me?
That's a rabbit hole. So, yeah, we got a big one, but you don't. You have nothing going on this weekend.
Yeah, no.
Since you're staying home.
It'll be kind of quiet, I think, because it's fall break coming up. So it's not like the kids will have homework. I think someone has a birthday party. I mean, so I'll be.
The traditional fall break.
Yeah, the traditional more than 1 week fall break.
You know what? That's what I would say. That is the balance to, they say like school's so much crazier than them now, but they get way more time off than we ever did.
Yeah.
Way more time off.
I mean, a week and a day in October.
Yeah.
And then a week in November.
Yeah. I mean, we used to go to school like Monday, Tuesday for Thanksgiving. You get like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
Oh, we didn't even get Wednesday off.
Yeah. I don't think we did either. I'm just saying that to be.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now they get the full week.
Yeah.
And then our kids don't usually go back to school until like a couple days into the new year.
There's not a full month of school. Not even one. April might be the only. I might step on myself here, but.
Maybe April.
Mm-hmm. It's the only month that they may not have. They may have a full month of school.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, right?
It is. They do. It is not easy, but they get a lot of time off.
They do.
I think.
I know. Candidly, I mean, if I'm being honest, not that I actually would rather have them an extra week of the summer and have a shorter fall break, my opinion. But I do like the time off even during the year because that makes our schedule a little bit better for that 1 week. I mean, It's not like fly out of bed at 5:45 and, hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Get to sleep in a little bit, it's just a little more relaxed. So
that's a good point.
There is a benefit to it. It just
but you're presenting for 2 days that week, in the office.
In the office.
So it's we should have rescheduled those 1,000 people.
Yeah.
This is my fall break, if you wouldn't mind.
If you could just move this for me. I'd love it.
All right. Well, we should probably sum this up here.
All right.
This last week up.
Okay. Do we wait till the end of the song?
No, I thought you might join in.
Oh.
Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I thought maybe I wasn't getting it at all.
Oh, gosh, no.
It's way off.
Well, then I was going through, in Jeopardy, do they have to wait till the end of the song before they present their answers?
Doom, 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 doom. Doom.
I know, that's like the song that never ends.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Sprint.
Blur. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, total same. Same. You don't even need to explain it. We're already long anyway, so.
I love it. I think it goes without saying.
It does.
It was a sprint, and it was a blur.
Sprinted through it, and everything on the sidelines was a blur.
Just a blur. Yep. So, we got it.
Keep on sprinting, I guess.
Yeah. At some point, we're like, I'm still sprinting, and I'm running a marathon. I'm exhausted. All right.
Gotta find those moments to enjoy it.
I know. we did. A little bit here and there.
Well, we'll wrap up because you got to go cook dinner.
I have to go cook dinner. Because I have to get back to the sprint. They're calling me on the track.
Big guac. All right. Thanks for joining. We will see you next time.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
See ya.